Well, I'm back. This is the Turan, a Hungarian medium tank in the Italian tech tree. It is a 4.0 tank, and that is going to be the gameplay for today. This tank is incredibly heavily armoured for its BR and for a medium tank. You'll notice one of the first things that stands out is the amount of sheet, like armour, on the sides of the vehicle, and how tall it is in comparison to everything else. We're going to see an M4A3 105 next to us in a moment, and we are the height of it, if not taller. And we are quite a long vehicle as well. One thing I want to point out straight away is if you notice the direction that I've taken at the beginning of this match, if you're looking to be getting into battle sooner, trying to be the first one into the middle of the action, don't follow what I'm doing here. Be more like the M4A3, because coming back to the game, I am taking poor direction choices, like coming down here. All of it does add to you coming into the battle late, and if you care about being one of the first ones into the battle, I should say, then obviously every second counts. Saying that, the M4A3 does stop here, and I'm not really sure why, because he fires heat, and if there is something showing, he's just going to detonate the concrete barrier, and he shoots at me as if to say, well, I'm after ruining things for him. But anyway, pushing into this battle, I played 3 games in this tank, and there was 2 things that I noticed that this tank did very well. Obviously, its armor is incredible. Its frontal armor is very hard to get through. I noticed I was bouncing an awful lot of shots. But secondly, the reload speed. I don't have an ace crew in this tank. I do have a loader fully maxed out, but that's it. And you'll notice that I out-reload basically everything, and anything I don't out-reload can't pin my frontal armor. It is quite funny. This is very much a heavy tank, in my opinion. I think it's a bit odd that it's labelled as a medium tank, considering the amount of armor it actually has. But moving through this match, you've noticed I've basically gone through the entire map and have not run into an enemy. That was a tactical choice, purposely avoiding trying to get behind the enemies, because the reload speed in this is so good. If I can get behind enemies, I am going to cause so much trouble for them. This is also a full down tier, I think, and yeah, it obviously a full down tier is just going to make this tank even better, but this had no trouble in a full up tier as well. I just didn't really get very good footage of it in a full up tier, and the only struggle that it does have, as you just saw with the Panzer IV there, is sometimes the gun has a tough time detonating. Like the round won't explode, it'll just get stuck in the armor if you hit any like multiple layers. Other guns don't really have that trouble, as you just saw there as well with the Panzer III. The round went through us, but it did basically nothing. And we're going to get a nice shot on the Panzer IV, or Stoke 3, I think. Yeah, Stoke 3G. But yes, moving forward, we are now pushing directly to get into choke points to prevent enemies moving forward, looking for any targets. And one of the most common things that other players do is they'll push straight up to the corner of this building and they'll hold there, but if you have to reverse or anything, you're basically opening yourself to anyone coming through this little piece just here. So I like coming out onto the left hand side of this building. It is harder for enemies to see you, it is technically harder for you to see enemies as well, but it gives you a good opportunity to keep pushing forward. So moving forward, we're now in a nice little dip, and we're going to actually see how good this tank can perform. We're going to get follow-up shots very quickly. One of the other strengths that this vehicle has is its reverse speed is very good. I didn't check what the actual reverse speed was before recording this, but give this tank a try. You won't regret it. For a 4.0 vehicle, this should really go up in VR. It could easily be a 4.7 tank. But we get 2 quick kills there. We're now pushing on the marder that I breached, but it just went down there. Then trying to pin my armor, not really going to work. I'm going to keep pushing forward, and this is their spawn. Something I don't really like doing, spawn camping, but we basically have full control of the map besides Charlie. So we need to keep moving forward. We're tracked here now. Technically this should be the end of my life, but you can see I'm slightly angled. Nothing is able to really deal with me. Panther 3's gun isn't quite good enough to get through my armor. There is one flat plate that I'm showing towards them at the moment in the corner. If they shoot that, they go straight through, but that is my only real weak spot to them at the moment, and most of these tanks are shooting at either my front plate or my turret, and we're just bouncing everything. One round does get through there, kills 2 of my crew, but they were already injured. And you can see even with a loader down, I think there's, yeah, loader down, I am still reloading quite quickly. I don't out-reload Panzer 3s, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to keep pushing forward here. We are quite literally just netting kills through the spawn. It isn't exactly a great game, but it does just kind of highlight just how strong this tank can be. I mean, we did take quite a few shots there and we just shrugged them off. So that's what I kind of want to see. I thought I heard something on my left there. And one other thing this tank does quite well, although I was kind of pushing it to its limit there, was the depression. Depression is quite good in this tank too. Makes an even bigger difference when you're on maps where you can kind of sit behind a bit of a hill. You can just sneak a little bit up on top of it, and basically all that's showing is your turret, which, as I said, is quite strong. We do get taken out there by the KV-1, and naturally anything that comes up behind you shouldn't have any problem killing you. We will jump into a plane, something I don't show very much on the channel. That might change going forward, you might see, but I am not a great pilot. So while we're flying into battle, I do want to address one thing. Obviously I haven't been making videos for about a year. I had a few personal issues, medical issues, we started a family. So a lot of change in quite a short amount of time, and I just found myself not having time to play the game at all. So this was actually my second day playing the game in a year as well. So it was a bit weird coming back. Gonna get a nice bomb kill on that KV-1, not intentionally going after him, but he was visible from the air. And then I just make a very poor error here, where I'm very close to the ground. This was too close for my liking. But we're going to go straight back up over, and we will try and get that AA that is shooting at a few of my teammates. But as I was saying, I am going to try and start putting out videos. My PS5 died on me a few months ago, so I got a PS5 Pro, but it does mean that I'm starting from scratch. There's that kill on that, a bit rough, but we got there. A 12 kill game. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, For any console players, do let me know if there's anything that you're doing that you need help with so I can address it in future videos. See you in the next one.